It's currently 4:33 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, July 27th, 2025. And we're back at it with another live, general, timeless, intuitive reading for my Soul Tribe Divine Divinity and whoever else resonates with any of these messages at any time that you come across them. Anything that resonates, you want to be sure that you're going within and to the Holy Spirit of the Most High for confirmation as to how the energies and messages pertain and correlate with you in your personal situation. This is what I like to call, what's up, Heart Space? This is what I like to call spiritual due diligence. It helps exercise our intuitive discernment and also helps foster a one-on-one relationship with the Most High, the Holy Spirit of the Most High. Okay, so I'd like to say welcome to everybody coming in on TikTok Live. There's coming in and out, however you do what you do, welcome, okay? So I just want to go ahead and review some of the previous notes and channel messages from the previous recordings and live videos, okay? Let's see, where do I want to go back to, Holy Spirit? Let's go back with the inner workings of you, the mechanism of your design, the inner workings of who you are, born into the abyss, but born of the divine. So Ho Chi Minh, Captain Savaho. This is a person, a Vietnamese who was a nationalist, I believe. So Ho Chi Minh, first name is H-O, next word C-H-I, next word is M-I-N-H. Okay, I have a video on my website, souldrivensoulintended.com, a reading that detail Ho Chi Minh. Okay, so if that resonates with you, you want to be sure that you look that up. Excuse me, you guys. You want to make sure that you pull that video up on my website, again, souldrivensoulintended.com, and you'll be able to view that reading and the details of Ho Chi Minh. I-80-781 could be significant. Nationalism, nationalist, turning a people against themselves, pro-slavery, a true man walking. Okay, and all of that, what I just said, has something to do with Ho Chi Minh. Okay, true men walking. Forward motion, going back in order to move forward. Predated, predestined, pre-existent. So a predated, predestined, pre-existence of who you are. You are someone who has lived many lifetimes. And through these many lifetimes and many different outcomes, you have garnered a wealth of cosmic universal knowledge and wisdom that is being applied in this now lifetime. Okay, so forward motion, going back in order to move forward, predated, predestined, pre-existence. There's something about your previous lifetimes, your previous life soul existences that is coming to a culmination in this lifetime. Okay, and what I'm getting for a lot of you, well, I don't want to say a lot of you, but a select group of you, You could resonate with being a life path number 9, okay, which is a culmination of all the previous life paths into one life path number 9. It's test time. 9, test time, 9th dimension, 9 dimensions, 9 realms. Something about the number 9, test time, rounding the end of a cycle. So for a lot of us, or a select group of us, this is our last time going round the river bend, if you so to speak, of this earthly plane. After this lifetime, we are transcending an ascension to the ethers, but like it's kind of new earth vibes. But this is the last time that we will have to live a karmic cycle because we're fulfilling our destiny in this lifetime. So hopefully that makes sense to you all. Forward motion, going back in order to move forward. Predated, predestined, pre-existence. It already was before you came to be. It already was before you came to be. So we're talking again about predestined, predated, pre-existence. Okay, it already was before you came to be. The catalyst and the prototype. Rising within seclusion. So rising, expanding, evolving within hermit mode. As one dies, another spiritually evolves. As one dies, another spiritually evolves and or transforms. So this is speaking to, again, it's going back to previous past lives and the culmination of a legacy and inheritance within this lifetime, now present energy. Okay, so there is a karmic foe, a karmic op, one in particular. This particular energy has existed throughout time and space and has followed you into each of your lifetime existences to be the antithesis to your destiny. In other words, they are the fate to your destiny. And what I'm getting and have been channeling is that each previous lifetime prior to this one, they succeeded to bringing a fate to your destiny. But the difference in this lifetime, this now present energy, is that they will not be able to succeed. And throughout many a lifetime, this particular energy, I don't know, it's kind of coming off like a twin energy. Twin flame, if not like a twin, it's like a twin flame energy, a karmic twin flame. Okay, and everyone's not on a twin flame journey. Everyone's not on a twin flame journey. Everyone's not on a twin flame journey. Let me say that one more again. Everybody is not on a twin flame journey. A twin flame journey is very unique in its mechanism, in the way that you and your twin flame share the same soul. Rich rising to you, Michael. Michael, glad and welcome in, bro. Okay, so if you resonate with being on a twin flame journey, and let me say this again, twin flame journey is not everybody's journey. Okay, so you could be divine femme masculine, but that does not mean that you're on a twin flame journey. Okay, and you know uniquely, definitively, if you're on this journey, because you and your twin share half of the same soul. It's a unique bond and existence that you know before you know that you're on this journey. Okay, I happen to be on a twin flame journey, which is why I can speak to this in the way that I'm speaking about it. Okay, but in this energy, in this setting, this particular twin flame journey, you were always on opposite ends of the spectrum. Oftentimes, as with twin flame journeys, one is the runner, the other is the chaser. Okay? And then at some point, the roles reverse. Now, usually it's the feminine energy that starts off pursuing the divine masculine. Now, remember here, gender is not a prerequisite to energy, and energy does not determine gender. Okay? So I could be saying masculine and very well be talking about a woman in masculine energy, and vice versa for the feminine energy. I could be saying feminine, but it does not always mean or pertain to a physical, biological woman. It could be a man in feminine energy. Okay, this is part of the universal law, the law of gender. Okay, gender doesn't determine energy, and energy doesn't determine gender. Okay, I can't say and stress that enough, because one of the reasons why a lot of people get these intuitive messages fucked up is because they limit the divine masculine and feminine energy, or feminine and masculine energies, to the gender itself. And that's why a lot of you all get the messages fucked up and misconstrued, okay? Because a reader could be saying masculine, and your mind is only going to the men in your life, when it could very well be a lady in your life in masculine energy. For example, e.g., Jada Pinkett. Okay, now I don't know, none of us testify to what her sexual orientation is, but it's safe to say that that is an example of a woman in masculine energy. That's her default energy. Okay, and that don't mean that she's a lesbian. That's her default energy. She's a masculine woman. Okay, a take charge type of woman. Tiana Taylor is a masculine energy. Okay, she's all woman, but her default energy is masculine first, then feminine. Okay, me, myself, and I, my default energy is divine feminine. Okay, and the key to all of that is to be balancing your energies, coming from a point of duality into oneness. But anyway, I said all of that to say this. Okay, usually it's the divine feminine that pursues the twin that is running. And then at some point, after the divine feminine awakens to his or her divinity and begins their journey, then they learn to stop chasing after that which is running away, because we know things give chase when they don't want to be caught. Okay? And that triggers the divine masculine, the masculine within this twin flame journey, to embark on his or her journey. And then when they find the sovereignty within their divinity, that's when they turn around and they become the chaser. But by that time, the divine feminine, he or she is already moved on. Okay, so revisiting the past in order to move forward. I said all of that to say this. A lot of you all, a select few of us, I keep saying a lot of you all, but a select few of us that are on this twin flame journey, this is the antithesis to you fulfilling your destiny in this lifetime. In previous lifetimes, they succeeded for whatever reason. Okay, but not in this lifetime. Okay, been there, done that. It's a wrap. Okay. So, as one dies, another spiritually transforms. From a victim's perspective, they had to break your heart for the sake of the mission. Okay? So, if you're on a twin flame journey, for some of you, then your twin flame is your universal foe, your op. Okay? They couldn't rise to the occasion in order to be with you, so instead of doing that, they became your enemy and has attacked you in and outside of time and space and dimensions. Others of you, your twin flame had to break your heart in order or for the sake of a divine mission. Okay, and that in and of itself is an oxymoron. I'll touch on that later. Okay, and it's also important for me to say that if you are on a twin flame journey, just because you're on a twin flame journey does not mean that you and your twin will always end up together. More often than not, you all remain in separation, okay? Because it's this game of this cat and mouse game of give and chase and run and chase, okay? And a lot of times the twin flame journey is preparation for your twin ray. Now the difference between the twin flame and the twin ray is the twin flame, you share half of the same soul. Your twin ray, you all do not have to have that twin flame standard. However, you all have to be in perfect alignment with each other, mind, body, and soul, energetically, before you even come in contact with one another. Okay? And this is by way of learning from the lessons of the cycles within your twin flame journey. Okay? So again, not everyone has a twin ray. Okay? I believe twin rays are born from twin flame connections. Okay? And learning how to balance out that connection and either come into union or move on in separation. In my case, I have to move on because I've talked about it several times on several videos and even on my lives. My twin flame just wasn't that. I mean, we admitted that we loved each other, that we wanted to be with each other, but in this case, he continued to dip and dally and two-step in his baby mama's coochie, but she was doing spell work, and then they teamed up and started doing spell work against me and all of this bullshit. Okay, so been there, done that, over it. Okay, so those are the vibes for this energy. As one dies, another spiritually transforms. They had to break your heart for the sake of the mission. So if your twin flame is not your antithesis, then they had to break your heart in order to save the mission or to succeed at the divine mission. Okay? And if it's the latter, then this person wants to come back to you, but they can't because they know they fucked up. In either case, you're in preparation for a twin ray connection. Transcending incompletion. Being detailed within a compromise. Step boldly. The future is yours to create. A tale of foundation. You are your own secret ingredient. If you are not involved in the meal and the recipe, then it's just not gonna work. The meal is gonna fall flat. Okay, something about flats and drums, hot wings, okay? Something about that. Okay, so intimacy with you. And this is in regard to creating and fostering an intimate relationship with the Most High, exercising your intuitive muscle for intuitive excellence by going within into the Holy Spirit of the Most High for all things according. This is how you exercise your spiritual muscle, your intuitive muscle, and this is also how you pay your karmic debt to society, basking in the glory of the divine, eyes within the portal. So this is in regard to Lionsgate. Okay, Lionsgate, August 8th each year. Okay, that's when the portal peaks. Okay, so within this particular Lionsgate, there happens to be another gate within the Lionsgate, another portal, which is a water portal. It's a win-win situation. The individuality of who we are. So self-unconditional love, self-empowerment, self-awareness, self-perception, conscious awareness of our focus. That which we focus on is that which we manifest. The intentions behind our actions determines the outcome. In the divine, so shall you thrive. Okay, something specific about Luther Crane. I heard that name. I'm not sure who the fuck that is, but that name is significant. Something about a sudden value within Luther Crane, or for Luther Crane, or from Luther Crane, or regarding Luther Crane. I don't know. Luther Crane, LCSV. Every cause has an effect, and every effect starts from a cause. What was the cause to the effect? A hidden clause. So this is talking about somebody who went into a contract or a deal but they didn't read the entire contract. Now, this could be business, this could be soul ties and contracts, or a contract with a demon, devil, or entity, okay? Either way, there was a hidden clause in this contract that someone did not read the contract in full and they just signed away on the dotted line. Now, this hidden clause in addendum specifies certain things required to maintain the integrity, air quotes, of this contract. And I feel more and more that it's a soul contract or a karmic contract, okay? Hidden clause, the weight of a movement, giving birth. Okay, the parable of the elephant and the dog is specific here. Okay, I did a reading on that as well. Maybe between 2 to 4 videos back, okay? Check the website, souldrivensoulinintended.com. Your instinct is your intuition. Your instinct is your intuition. Therefore, your intuition is your instinct, or should be. Communicate, yet tell them nothing. Communicate, yet tell them nothing. Many are called, but the true are chosen. Many are called, but the true are chosen. Something about last year, 2024, and this year is going to be very significant for you, femme masculine. Many are called, but the true are chosen. Living a transparent, authentic life while being discreet. Discretion. Taking control of and getting ahead of the narrative of you. Living up to and upholding your own standard of morale, which breeds infinite possibilities. Okay? Which brings us to present time right now. Okay? So blue flame and blue dragon is significant. The state and or cities are significant. California, Ohio, Seattle, Washington, Chicago, Illinois, and Boston, Massachusetts. Okay, those areas are significant. For what reason, I don't know, but maybe we'll find out sooner or later, okay? So I want to get started with some initial channeled messages. And see, dig deeper at the bottom of the deck here. Somebody needs to dig deeper and stop being face value, stop being shallow. Someone really needs to dig deeper if they want to get to the root of things. As I split the deck, they want what they can't have. Okay, they want what they can't have. 2202 on the clock timer, 222. You could be seeing 222 as a synchronization, union, companionship, partnership energy. So what have I been talking about thus far? Okay, karmic or not, somebody, specifically your twin flame, if you're on this journey, wants to come back in, either to unite with you or to sabotage you, okay? It's important that you pick and choose your battles, though. Pick and choose your battles for masculine. Something about antique goods, yeah, somebody here is a cold-hearted snake, okay? The antagonist in your story, they're a cold-hearted snake, okay? And something about hidden figures, hidden money, stocks and bonds is what I just heard. Stolen inheritances. Okay, so it's something like that. You need to dig a little bit deeper. There's a sweet bitch who's using sex magic on you, or at the very least trying to. Okay, so if you find yourself suddenly becoming sexually aroused by or sexually attracted to a type or a specific person that you're usually not attracted to, then that's a symptom, in this case, of sex magic. Somebody's playing up in that spell work to try to get your good spiritual booty, or your good spiritual coochie, or their good spiritual peen, okay? Something about antique goods, too. So there could be something hidden in antique goods heart space. They're not attractive. Heart space says they're not attractive, laughing my ass off, but this is so true. And that's you know, I speak nothing but the truth, heart space. You know how I get down. But there's something about some antique goods here. Something could be hidden. 24:05 on the clock timer. Okay, that's significant to me because thank you. Heartspace says, yes you do. Thank you. You know, ain't no need of me getting up on here lying and giving false messages, because the Holy Spirit will tap my ass real good, and I don't want that ass whooping. Okay, but with this antique goods, it feels like, I don't know, there could be like a hidden a device in there. Okay, that tracking device. It's like an Apple tag or something like that. So somebody could have like an Apple tag, an air tag. That's what they're called. An air tag, an antique good, or a hidden camera or hidden audio recording device in an antique good, whether you keep it on you or leave it at home. It's something about antique goods, okay? But you are a generational curse breaker. Nonetheless, you are a generational curse breaker. So this is especially why you have to pick and choose your battles, because every battle is not meant to be fought by you. Oftentimes, silence is your strongest weapon. Oftentimes, silence is your strongest weapon. People can't stand when you're quiet, okay? Especially when they're raging. So oftentimes, silence is your strongest weapon. Okay, especially in the midst of chaos. Okay, so I said chaos with the T. So something about a kiosk, okay, kiosk or something like that. Rapist. So we got the energy. Yeah, this rapist is a cold-hearted snake, and they're a shitty mess. Okay. You could have been victimized by a rapist because you're naturally supernatural, and they wanted to humble you in some shape, form, or fashion because they couldn't dominate you otherwise. Okay? Sweet and sour in the reverse. Yeah, something about some legal documents, briefs, or underwear. Okay, but I feel like it's legal documents regarding a generational curse breaker confirmation. That's exactly what it is. It's about to go down for masculine. Whatever these legal documents are, it's about to go down, and it has something to do with this rapist who's a cold-hearted snake. And it also has something to do with hidden figures. You're in this I am energy. I am that I am. And monitoring spirits in the reverse here. So somebody that was monitoring you is not able to monitor you anymore because you're naturally supernatural, or that's the reason that they were monitoring you in the first place. Yeah, silk stockings. So this gives me like a drag queen stalking you. Shout out to my fellow LGBTQ community. Okay, yeah, it's for somebody. There's a drag queen stalking you, dressed up in drag. So they be like hiding in your bushes, but in full drag, full makeup, because they don't want to be recognized. So this could be someone that doesn't usually dress up in drag. They're not a drag performer. They're not a drag racer or something like that. But they dress up in drag specifically so that they can stalk you and be unrecognizable. Their drag is their disguise, but they usually live their life as a man. Or this could be a drag king, but it's saying silk stockings. So stockings, okay, pantyhose. So this is a male dressing up in woman to stalk their intendant, okay? Yeah, somebody is just giving me double energy. Somebody is very obsessed with you, and this could be your twin flame that you're in separation from many a lifetime, okay, previous lifetime. That is your antagonist because you are the protagonist in their story. Everything is about you. Summer, winter, spring, fall, north, south, east, and west, earth, air, fire, water. Everything is about you. They find you in every direction. They find you in every element. They find you in every season. Like, this person has it bad for you, and they're a spiritual manipulator. Okay, they're a spiritual manipulator. So this could also be a copycat. Dig deeper. They want what they can't have. Pick and choose your battles. Cold-hearted, snake-hidden figures. Antique goods. Generational curse breaker. Rapist. Shitty mess. Naturally supernatural. Briefs. Legal documents. It's about to go down. I am. Monitoring spirits in the reverse. They can't watch you anymore. Silk stalking. Stockings. Spiritual manipulator. Yeah, they can't get to you anymore. Okay? And this is like recent. Time's up and I'm out. Okay, you said enough is enough, and this is the final destination. You're done with this person. Okay? And whoever you're thinking about or wondering if this is that person, yes it is, bitch. Gossip. And they love to gossip about you too. I'm hearing Missy Elliott's song Gossip Folk with Ludacris. So Virginia and Atlanta could be significant. They can't take it away. Heart Space says yes. They can't take it away. Whatever it is that they want to take from you in this lifetime, they can't take it away. This is the final stop, final destination. Didn't I say at the top of this video that for those of us that resonate with this energy, this is our last time going around? Yeah. Heart Space says, just last night they tried to talk to me. Laugh out loud. I rejected them. Laugh out loud. Good for you, Heart Space. Because I would have rejected the bitch too. Straight up, okay? And also, I said this several videos ago, with us encroaching on the Lion's Gate, Saturn being in retrograde. It's currently in retrograde in Aries, which, by the way, my twin flame is in Aries, okay? Saturn is currently in retrograde in Aries. It continues retrograde, but moves into Pisces on the 2nd of September. So Aries and Pisces could be significant. Aries and Pisces, or their placements, could be having karma descended upon them during this Saturn's retrograde. And yes, Heart Space, Mercury is also in retrograde. So we're dealing with Lion's Gate. We're dealing with Saturn retrograde and Mercury retrograde. There's a lot of things being revisited and reviewed. 3131 on the clock timer. 3133, you could be seeing variations of 133. If so, this is your message. 3131, so that's 4444. Okay, so you embody all master numbers. Master number 11, 22, and 33. Moving backwards, master number 33 is ascended master energy, a master teacher teaching master lessons. Master number 22 is that magician energy, a master manifester, a master builder, able to create empires from ground zero. And then master number 11, a master intuit who has mastered and continues to master their intuition on all levels. So not just your intuitive discernment, but also your clairsenses, okay, which are the spiritual, energetical equivalent to our physical, natural senses. And I'm also getting telepathy, okay. Whether you're conscious of it or not, you are communicating telepathically with your soul tribe and your soulmate, your divine counterpart, okay? Yeah, you are not the father, okay? If there's a question of paternity, you are not the father. You were being breadcrumbed by a narcissist, okay? So, initial channel messages, those are the vibes there. I want to go ahead and get into some numerology to check this spiritual weather, to see what the forecasting is for femme masculine. So moving back this way, it looks like there's a countdown. 6, 5, 4. Countdown to some major event. 6 on the first dice, finding and maintaining balance, which we know balance is subjective to each individual based on their personal situation and circumstances. Okay, so 6th house energy, Virgo and Mercury, which I like to call Mercury. Okay, so discipline in routine schedules regarding work, leisure, self-care, fitness, and nutrition. Adhering to a balanced, disciplined schedule of routine and coordination. So with 6th house being in Mercury, Virgo and Mercury, it's like I'm getting the energy because Virgo, that's the maiden, so that's divine feminine energy. receptive mode. Something is being reviewed in order for you to receive something, and this has something to do with your work. Okay, sixth house energy, and then 5 on the red dice. Upcoming changes for your highest good and expansion. With this being on red, I'm getting salacious romance. Okay, but like in a good way. Okay, and so that I could be sure that I'm saying this correctly, define salacious.
Definition of salacious: having or conveying undue or inappropriate interest in sexual matters.
Okay, so salacious, obscene, pornographic similarities is. So, okay, so you could have like becoming into union, because with 5 falling on red, this is giving me romantic energy. So you could be coming into union with your divine counterpart, but you all are going to have like a very salacious type of connection, like that freaky type shit, but it's in alignment for your bond and connection and for who you are. And whoever says that divine femme masculine can't get down and get freaky with it, that's a lie. Okay, just because we're on our path does not mean that we can't have freaky sex, make love, and then fucking have each other doing backflips off our pinky toes. Okay, you know, part of us being soul beings, spiritual beings in this physical casing, this vessel, is to have a human experience, and you can't have a human experience without fucking. Okay, I mean, just to keep it real, but you gotta fuck in balance. Okay, 35:53 on the clock timer. So someone is definitely mirroring you. It could be this antagonist, your twin flame, but or a family member. It doesn't have to be limited to either or, but somebody is mirroring you, which twin flames often mirror each other. Polarity. Okay, so 5 upcoming changes for your highest good and expansion. 5th house energy: romance, fun, and play. Okay, success, creativity. It's also giving the energy of revealing what was done in the dark. Okay, so revealing, when I think of the word revealing, it's revealing something of self. Okay, something from within. Now, exposing is when you exposing shit from other people. 36 on the clock timer, so 99 is significant, or the age 36. 36 breaks down to a 9. Okay, so test time. We are being tested during this Saturn and Mercury's retrograde, and during this Lionsgate portal, which peaks August 8th. Okay, like I said, things are in review right now, and they're going to be balanced by the divine going back through the past with a fine-tooth comb. Okay, for a lot of us, even going as far back as to 1999. I know that year is very significant for me because that's the year of my graduating class of high school. Okay, and for various reasons, that's when I was introduced into the LGBTQ community. That summer of 1999, I went in full throttle and haven't left since. Okay, 5th house energy, Leo on the sun, and the final dice we have 4. Foundation and protection. As long as you're on the trajectory of enlightenment and alignment on the high vibrational end, meaning that that's where you're going. You're in alignment, or you're working towards alignment. And as long as you're doing that, your foundation will always be protected and sturdy. This is also talking about 4th house energy, Cancer, and the moon. So illusions, things done behind the dark. Done behind the scenes in the dark. So we have 5th house and 4th house energy, Leo and the sun, Cancer and the moon. So Leo, Virgo, Leo, and Cancer are significant here. And you could be the one exposing what's done in the dark and revealing your true, authentic self. Okay, it's something like that. Final destination. Okay, Cancer and the moon, illusions, secrets, dirty little horrible horrific secrets, and you being tapped into and turned on enough intuitively to be discerning all of this bullshit. Okay, so with that said and done, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up this spirit number 654 to see what the message is here for Fem Masculine. It's a countdown. Okay? A spirit number, angel number 654 often signifies a message of encouragement and support from your guardian angels. Okay, you are being divinely led, guided, and supported and protected. Same as well. Angel number, spirit number 654 is a message to follow the intuitive messages and guidance you have been receiving about making important changes to your life and lifestyle. These much needed changes will bring about blessings and rewards and will supply the answers to your prayers. The efforts you have made towards achieving your goals have manifested new opportunities and auspicious circumstances, which will allow for attaining your desired results. Angel number, spirit number 654 tells you that now is the perfect time to be brave and courageous and put your plans into action. Instead of worrying about how things will work out, put your time and energy into holding positive thoughts and expectations about what you truly desire, as through the law of attraction, you will draw those experiences and situations into your life. Do not hesitate now, or you may miss a golden opportunity, as it is time to reap the rewards of patience, planning, and preparation. PPP. So something about a PPP loan. Okay. Angel number, spirit number 654 may also suggest a change of home, residence, job, an employment, or travel movement of some kind is in tow. Exciting yet challenging changes are abound. Accept that there will be challenges along the path to achieving your goals, but these will serve as lessons for you to overcome and learn from. The overall number and energy is 6. Finding and maintaining balance, which again is subjective to each individual based on their personal situation and circumstance and what is required of them. 6th house, Virgo and Mercury. It's all about routine schedules and compartmentalizing that which is required of you at appropriate times. Whatever the schedule is that is feasible for you, that is what you are to adhere to. Okay? So, since I've been talking heavily about past life energy and twin flames, I'm going to start off with cartomancy, and I'm going to pull from my Egyptian deck and my romance deck. Okay, and cartomancy. So we're going to start with the Egyptian deck, comedic energy, pulling from past life energies that affect us currently in this current life cycle. Confirmation on that, so the divine wants me to go that route, and it's not going to turn out good for somebody. Welcome, Sun Goddess. Okay, so as I'm saying, ancient Egyptian and comedic energy, Sun Goddess pops up on here. I don't know if he or she is still on here, but it's giving me Bastet and Sekhmet energy. Okay, which Sekhmet is my Egyptian zodiac sign. 10 of Swords, so hit order. So what was I saying when I was talking about the energy of this antagonist from previous lifetimes? So they have been trying to kill you in and out of time and space. Now, in the previous life cycles, they were able to succeed in this. I'm gonna let you know right now how many of these life cycles were they able to succeed in killing you off before you made it to the altar with your divine counterpart. I don't know, but I know that it's more than one. And if they didn't kill you off in most of your lifetimes, then they did something to cause you an ending permanently. Okay? Whether you had to live a life of poverty or insane, they caused you dramatic endings over and over again. But in this lifetime, it's not going to happen. 10 of Swords, hit order. Even though there's a standing hit order on you right now, it's not going to come nigh. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. 4 of Swords in the reverse. Didn't I just say insane? This person is about to go insane over this hit order. Okay? 4 of Swords, they're batshit crazy. Heavy Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. Okay? I'm feeling a lot of anger, a lot of hostility and resentment. If somebody has been carrying with them since previous past lifetimes, since ancient times. And this person, in particular, this energy that I'm picking up on, is because you rejected them in the past. So in this lifetime, if you're on a twin flame journey, your twin rejected you in this lifetime. But in the initial primordial energy, you rejected them and they were never able to forgive you for that. You could be seeing 10 of Wands, international travels. I'm hearing vindication, so you're about to be vindicated and be able to travel internationally. Okay, something about get your passport together, get all of your identifications required together, okay? Because you're getting ready to take off 1010. You could be seeing 1010 as a synchronization. This is your message. If you often see that or when you see it, it resonates. This is also having to do with your professional path, 10th house energy, Saturn and Capricorn, okay? They travel internationally and I recently rejected them, says Heart Space. Okay, let them stay overseas. Okay, you know what I mean with that energy. Let us stay on separate ends of the corner of the world. That type of energy. But yes, I want to travel to Heart Space. So do I. Okay, and I feel like it's coming up from us. I'm a traveler, and I've been to a lot of places within the U.S., United States, but I never traveled internationally, and I'm so looking forward to doing that. Okay, somebody could also be going viral as well. Okay, King of Sword energy set. Okay, in the reverse though. So yeah, this is like a hitman energy or crooked law enforcement. Okay. So this could be somebody in the judicial system from ancient times up into this time, or have some inner workings with a crooked cop, crooked law enforcement, whether it be a crooked lawyer, crooked judge, or something like that. Okay, and somebody is definitely like a bully. They're an abuser. They're the antagonist. Okay, set energy. Okay, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This got to be an air sign. South Node or prominent placements, if not within their big three, Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay, because fire sign is, we only got one fire sign, a fire energy here in the 10 of Wands. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, yeah, Page of Cups. Okay, yeah. This is somebody that, yeah, this is Page of Cups. Yeah. They still want to be with you, but they're karmic. King of Pentacle in the reverse, they ain't got no money. Eye of Horus is significant. Set and Horus. Okay, they want to be with you. They want to offer you a true cup, but they ain't got no money. And they were the antagonist presently and in previous lifetimes. So I don't know how they think that they could offer you this cup of love, or this is your divine counterpart. I feel like it's both of them. And be very discerning, okay, especially during this Mercury's retrograde, because the karmic is going to come back in and try to get with you, Heart Space. You just said that about yours. But they're going to try and get you, get back with you, okay? They could have feelings for you, but they're karmic. And their intentions in being with you is to prevent you from finding true love. They want to keep you wrapped up, trapped in a cycle of misery. Okay? They want to continue this cat and mouse game. They want to be linked to you forever. Okay? They don't want to let go. Because they're insane. Psychopath, sociopath. Okay? And they'll do whatever they have to do to get it. They want to bring an abrupt ending to your destiny, okay? But they're the ones getting an abrupt ending, especially because they had this hit order out on you. Bitch, no, not for divine femme masculine, okay? Yeah, and they're in cahoots with your family. 7 of Cups in the reverse at the bottom of the deck, or in the upright at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, this is your karmic ass family too. And this energy has been coming up in quite a few of the previous readings, that your karmic ex, especially in this lifetime, was working with your karmic family. Okay? Your mother and your father ain't neither one of them shit. Okay? Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, what I say in the reverse. Okay, now we in my romance deck. We're still in cartomancy. Okay, so somebody is perpetuating a generational curse of poverty, lack, and homelessness. And they're feeling it in this lifetime. What else, Holy Spirit? Yeah, there's your karmic feminine energy here in the reverse that's perpetuating this generational curse of poverty, lack, homelessness, which you've broken this generational curse because you are this generational curse breaker here, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Okay, this feminine energy, male or female, they are unaware that they're generationally cursed and that they're the catalyst to this generational curse. Yeah, losing money, Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Everything tangible for them, they're losing at this time. Okay, this could have something to do with farm life, farm living. Okay, so this is what this is. Thank you, Holy Spirit. This is very specific. Somebody is living off the earth as a disguise. Okay, but they're actually a thief. So this is somebody that's living off the earth. They're like secluded in the woods or something, okay, to where they can't be tracked, but they're professional thieves. Okay, Heart Space says true. They're professional thieves. Okay, they've been doing something. Okay, offshore accounts is what I'm hearing. This is somebody that lives off the grid in the woods, but they have offshore accounts. Okay, this is where they're based, in the woods. But when they go into the city and they travel and all this stuff to do, to commit their crimes, but they're based off grid, somewhere where they're not easily found. This is a professional criminal. Okay, straight up. This is somebody. It has something to do with your family, most doubt. No doubt, okay, most deaf on that. But this energy that I'm pulling from is the person that you were involved with at some point in time, past, present, okay? And when I say past, present, I'm talking about past, present lives, okay? 5144 was just on the clock timer, so yeah, upcoming changes for the chosen ones, earth angels, light workers. Six of Pentacles in the reverse, man, they bad with money. And they're known for this. They're known for this. Something about teams, groups, and colleagues, yeah. Six of Wands in the upright. So they're mad because you continue to seek the divine for higher knowledge and wisdom. Okay, something about a moose or a reindeer. Okay. You're breaking outside of your cage. Okay, somebody tried to lock you up in a jar within bones or something like that. So that's giving me spell work. Somebody's mad because their spell work didn't work because you continue to seek the divine for higher knowledge and wisdom. This is somebody that you were romantically involved with. You're in hermit mode, Eight of Cups in the reverse, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and you're a Queen of Cups. A lover, a nurturer. You could have two kids, twins, a boy and a girl. You don't have to, but somebody here does. A single parent, a single mother or a single father with two kids, like a ginger and a blonde. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. And you don't overindulge. You may indulge, you may partake in celebration, but you're not addicted. You don't, addictions, that's not your bag, okay? So somebody could have been lying saying that you were an addict of something, but they're now in pain, okay? So this person, okay, mirroring energy, so they're mirroring you. So they're more than likely, if somebody has been lying on you saying that you're an addict, then they're the addict, okay? Heart Space is giving the laughing faces. If they only knew I'm so boring, okay? I don't think you're boring, okay? I think that people can't just keep up with you. 53 on the clock timer, Okay, so 88, Lionsgate is very significant here. At the bottom of the deck is you have the desire to move to the next level in a relationship with your love, with your counterpart, whoever that may be. And you don't even have to know them or know who it is. You're ready to mingle, be with that person, okay? Like I love vitamins. I'm sipping on smoothies right now. Ooh, a smoothie sound good. A pineapple, strawberry, banana, that sounds so clutch right now. I love these lives. Thank you, Hard Space. I love doing the lives too. I do. I really do. Because I like interacting with you all during the readings. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy it. I enjoy it thoroughly. And thank you for being here, for your support. Yeah, it really is. And watermelon too. I love a good watermelon. So I want to go ahead and get a couple of cosmic oracles out here. Infinite. At the bottom of the deck, you are being called to recognize your unconstrained potential. Do not allow fixed thinking to limit your vision. Break free and accept the unexpected opportunities in life, for your future is filled with infinite possibilities. Artspace says, yes, these are the best. It's good for community and we connect and relate. Yeah, I absolutely agree, Heart Space. And I really want to be more consistent with my lives. It's just not all the time is it feasible to do it because of my environment and a lot of noise going on during certain times. But as I get more and more settled here back in LA, things are going to work out how they're supposed to. I'm just glad to be doing it. And thank you for understanding, Heart Space. So let's get these cosmic oracles and see what the universe is communicating at this time. Okay. So we have here, speak up. Repressed truths will weigh heavily on your heart. Now is the time to release those unsaid words and set your soul free, allowing yourself to experience lightness and happiness again. Heartspace says, yes, it's okay. I try to log on whenever you're available. Thank you for that. So, Fem Masculine, it's time to speak up, which I feel a lot of us have been doing. Okay, and we may get to a point, because I know that I've had off and on gotten to points to where I felt like, what's the use of speaking up if everything that I say is contradicted or not believed or challenged? Continue to speak up because you're going to be vindicated. I know with me in my situation, man, so many of my core people, my family and my friends told so many lies about me, and until my spiritual awakening, I had no idea that people were saying the things about me that they were saying, and I felt so betrayed. They broke my heart to the core. I just didn't know what to do with myself. But then I found myself, and I was like, you know what? Fuck these bobble-headed, raggedy-ass bitches, okay? Because if it takes all of them to come up against me, then there must be something that's about me that sets me apart from them. And once I started to realize that and believe and know and trust that I got the goods, that God gave me the goods, it's like, fuck them hoes, okay? Because what can they do for me? Nothing but give me heartache, heartbreak, heartburn, okay, and bad sex. And I don't want or need none of that, okay? Heartspace says, yes, yes, and yes, because you're unique and special and chosen. Thank you. Thank you. So are you, Heartspace. And yeah, they were snakes, but they were the snakes that I knew and the snakes that I was familiar with. But now, okay, sorry about that. I had to, move that puzzle piece so I could stay on live. But something significant about Russia and a field of metal, a metal field, okay? But yeah, and no, they don't deserve my light, and I will always love these people I consider to be my core people, but I don't like them, and I don't want none of them anywhere near me, okay? Because I now know that I was the blessing and the light in their lives, okay? And they took me for granted, and I betrayed myself for them and never got anything in return but heartbreak, betrayal, and lies, and people trying to literally steal, kill, and destroy me. Like, my own family tried to kill me so many times. It don't make sense, but it made me who I am, and I'm so grateful for that. So with that said and done, after you speak up, it's time to trust yourself in masculine. It's really time that you trust yourself, because if you wasn't shit, then you wouldn't have all these people attacking you, okay? You are called to show courage by trusting your own judgment. Many voices in life may try to make you doubt your choices, but only you truly understand your genuine desires. Each decision you make is a reflection of your self-trust. So trust yourself. You know who you are, and you know who you aren't. You know what you've done and what you haven't done. Okay? So continue to move forward with your best interest at heart to serve your purpose and design, so that you can serve others after first being of service to yourself. And prior to our awakening, to us being on our healing path and journey, a lot of us would put people first. We would pour and pour and pour into other people until our cup ran dry. And then what happened? We was thirsty, we was dehydrated, we ain't had nothing to drink, we didn't have the strength to go and get something to drink, and much more beyond that, didn't nobody pour back into our cup. Okay? And if they did pour into our cup, then they wanted a little more poured back into theirs. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't reciprocal. But now, at this point, we make sure that our cup is filled for us, and then we're able to pour into other people. But we ain't gonna let our cup run half empty by pouring into other people. No, we gonna make sure that our shit is ample and that we pour from a place of plenty. Okay? Redefine. Clear the clutter from your heart and release those who no longer align with your life's path. Every choice you make shapes your future. Now is the time to reassess the relationships and goals that no longer serve you, making room for more joy and growth. So what have I been talking about? Saturn and Mercury's retrograde. It's all about reviewal and redefining yourself and who you are and who you are not. Okay? That which you require of yourself is the same of that which you require of others. So you hold the same standard of others that you hold for yourself. You're not asking anything of other people that you don't require first of yourself. Okay? And that's not being domineering or controlling. It's setting and enforcing and reinforcing the boundaries of what you're going to allow in your life. Okay? And bitch, if we don't align, then you can't be up close and personal all up in my space and in my energy, because that's going to bleed onto me. Your mishaps, your misgivings are going to bleed into my energy, and my divine blessings are going to bleed into yours. No, bitch. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I can love you unconditionally from a distance, bitch. You go on the other, you go to the East Coast, I'll stay on the West Coast, okay? And if you can't get to the East Coast, then bitch, go Midwest, or go to the dirty South, or go to the Appalachian Mountains, but don't come over here where I'm at, okay? I love you unconditionally, but I don't like you, ho. Stay over there, okay? That is that type of vibes, okay? Self-care, and this is a form of self-care. Self-love is the foundation. Self-love is the foundation. Self-love is the foundation of an abundant life. Treat yourself with kindness and respect, and others will see your worth and treat you the same. Abundance begins with the recognition of your own value. Abundance begins with the recognition of your own value. If you don't value yourself, how can you expect other people to value you? Okay? They may know your worth, but they don't know your value. That type of energy. Redefine yourself into self-care. inner peace. Once you do that, you'll find inner peace. The chaos outside is stirring waves within your heart. Remember, you have the right to determine your emotions. Let inner peace summon higher level outcomes for you. All of this is right in alignment with what I've been talking about thus far in this reading. At the bottom of the deck, prejudices. You are being called to let go of all prejudices and preconceived notions. Complaints and criticisms only obscure your appreciation for life. Release the shackles within and you will see the beauty around you with fresh eyes, embracing deeper connections. Okay, if you want deeper connections, then you have to let go of these prejudices, because prejudices serve nothing but holding you back from that which you want the most. Okay, Holy Spirit, I want these blessings. I want success. I want abundance. I want love. But I don't want success to be in this area. I want to be successful in this area. I want abundance like this. I don't want abundance like that. I want love and romance, but I don't want it with that person. Okay, because I like 6'3" basketball player built, hazel eyes, and bitch, they 5'11". Okay, they got a nice body and everything, but they got brown eyes. They not hazel. Being that petty and that particular. Okay, don't do that. Goddess of the Moon at the bottom of the deck, 52. Okay, breaks down to a 7. So how we relate to and choose relationships, partnerships, and collaborations. Her space says, haha, yes. Okay, so energy oracles. What is it looking like for us energetically, Holy Spirit? Broken heart. Yay. Okay, somebody's heart is broken because you don't want nothing to do with them. 9 is the number here. So life path number 9, humanitarian, test time, rounding the end of a cycle, 9th house energy. So this is long distance travel. So I told you with that 10 of Wands, international travels, overseas, long distance travel, higher education, broadening your horizons, seeking and soaking up knowledge and wisdom. But they act like they hate me. Yeah, they probably do. It's like a thin line between love and hate. They hate you, but they love you at the same time. They hate you because you broke their heart. You don't want to go back to them. You don't want to give them another chance, or you don't want to give them a chance at all. But they love you so much because of who you are. Heart space says, it's strange how it seems they love me, but they're so mean. Yeah, that's how a lot of unhealed, unhealthy, toxic people are. They don't know how to love properly. They only know how to love how they were loved or how they were unloved, okay? And I had to learn that the hard way. We about that cornucopia here. 11, so, and the number 911. So there's an emergency here, or 911 is significant, the twin towers, twin flames. Okay, Heart Space says, it's like every time we talk, they let me know how much they don't care. Which is a front because they're unhealed. They actually care, but they don't know how to communicate and show their care and affection healthily. That's not even a word, but it is now. They don't know how to do it properly, so they do it improperly. Confirmation. I'm trying to tell somebody. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. So it's like, how when we were younger, those of us 80s babies who grew up in the 90s, and prior to or wherever you fit in that time frame, in this time scheme, it's like when the little boy used to bully and beat up on the girl, and then they would say, oh, he's only hitting you because he likes you. And that created the thought in our little girls that if a man beats on you, then he really likes you, he really loves you. Oh wow, Heart Space says, oh wow. Oh well, I still don't want them left out loud. They always lie, and it's better to keep it that way, okay? Because they're not meant for you anyway. So 911, somebody's calling 911 over a broken heart, okay? That's how despondent this person is. They're brokenhearted because you're in cornucopia. Horseface says you're right. So 11. Okay, so teams, groups, and colleagues. This person with a broken heart is collaborating with other people to make sure that you're unhappy because they're unhappy. Horseface says you're so right. Yeah, so these people are pathetic. Okay, they want what they can't get, and so they make sure that you can't get what you want. But you're going to get it anyway because this cornucopia is out here. Second chakra, Archangel Ariel. So Archangel Ariel, I primarily work with Archangel Michael, got a Archangel of Protection, but I'm beginning to work with other archangels, so I don't know them all by heart yet. But I know Shamuel is peaceful relationships. Let's see what Archangel Ariel is. Is this Archangel Ariel, they said? Okay, so yeah, Archangel Ariel. Give me a moment. But this Archangel Ariel is in the reverse. So with this being in the reverse, and we're talking about the chakras as well. So sacral chakra, orange and water, Svadhisthana. Okay, so this has something to do sexuality or something like that. Let's see here. So Archangel Ariel is primarily known as the angel of nature associated with protection and healing of natural world, animals, and environment. So Archangel Ariel is not working with this particular person who's heartbroken because you don't want to fuck with them. You don't want them two-stepping in your spiritual coochie. They seem happy. They're always traveling and let me know they're happy, but I'm sure they're lying. They are lying. Okay, anybody that has to continuously tell you that they're happy, they're lying. Cause bitch, why do you think I care if you're happy or not, bitch? You're not happy. That's why you keep telling me you're happy, because you're not happy. Happiness exudes from within. So if you're truly happy, you don't have to tell people you're happy. They see it on you. Okay, oh, that bitch is happy. And that's oftentimes why people can't stand us is because, oh, that bitch is happy. Okay, regardless of what's going on around us or in our lives, we're happy, we're appreciative. And that's, we don't be stuck in all that complaining and shit. Because when you complain, when your focus is on complaining, guess what, bitch? That's what you're going to manifest more of. More things to complain about. And we get that. They don't. Okay, or at the very least, we're learning that and getting better and not complaining and focusing on that which we want to manifest. Instead of focusing on the opposite of which we manifest, of what we want to manifest. So having the aptitude for an attitude of gratitude. Okay, but Archangel Ariel don't want shit to do with these raggedy bitches. Okay, because they don't even this is somebody that torments animals. They get off on abusing animals. Okay, abusing nature. So this is somebody that's nasty, sloppy. They throw their trash out all out in nature and they don't give a damn. And I'm getting better at that because when I'll put trash in my pocket if I'm outside. I put it in my pocket and I'll wait until I come across confirmation. I'll wait until I come across a motherfucking trash can to throw the trash away. Now, if I'm out in the park and I'm smoking a blunt or something and I'm breaking down the wraps, I'll dump the wrap, the innards of the blunt in the grass. And I always say, such as you give, I give back to thee. Because technically that's of the earth. So I try to reciprocate to nature now. I'm so much more conscious of that now than what I used to be. I'm working. Okay. So yeah, I have this adoration and appreciation for nature now. I won't even pick flowers because I realize that picking flowers, you're actually killing them. taking them, uprooting them from their sustenance. Okay, so I don't even pick flowers anymore, although I be wanting to, because especially out here they are so beautiful. But I'm like, no, and this is why flowers have thorns. Okay, that's their protection, that's their defense. So I don't pick them. I just look at them and I love them, you know, from where they're at. And I talk to them, I touch them, and all of that stuff. I have major respect for our environment and Gaia and nature. Because why would you want to destroy the place you live? Okay? Yeah, so that's why Archangel Ariel don't want nothing to do with these raggedy assholes, because they don't appreciate Earth. Okay? And they're trapped within their sexuality. Okay? They're all about sex. Yeah. Contract. They're bound to sex. 6. So 6th house energy again. Virgo and Mercury. What else, Holy Spirit? Patience. 16, which breaks down to a 7. 77 is significant. Again, have patience with how you relate to and choose relationships, partnerships, collaborations, things of that nature. Be patient for this cornucopia, because you're already in alignment with this energy, you know, as so above as so below. So have patience, and as it actualizes in this physical realm. First chakra, Archangel Michael, baby, he's protecting you. 35, which breaks down to an 8. Okay, so 8th house energy, Scorpio and Mars, loss and death, both physically and metaphysically. Yeah, so somebody getting ready to be put in the dirt, I'm trying to tell you. Root chakra, red and earth, so heavy earth sign energy. Archangel Michael is protecting you here on earth. Okay, and magician and the mirror. 53. So 35 and 53, somebody is heavily mirroring you. 88. So Lionsgate is very significant here. Loss and death here. Give me one more energy oracle. 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Yeah, Archangel Gabriel ain't walking with these bitches either. Archangel Gabriel said no to the hell no. Messenger of God, announcing the birth of John the Baptist and Jesus to Mary. So this is all about being a messenger. 5th chakra energy. Okay, so the 5th chakra is imbalanced. Excuse me, throat chakra. So somebody's like bound and gagged is what I'm getting. Community. It's a whole community that's in the reverse. Yeah. They don't know how to relate to people. Honestly. They're always wearing a mask of bullshit. Okay, let me get a couple of water oracles out here, Holy Spirit. Cosmic ocean, current dreams, future realities, new beginnings. Pay attention to your dreams, because they're hinting to your future realities and new beginnings. Okay, transcending during your dream state. DMT. Okay, something about DMT. Plunge. Don't hold back. It's time. Go for it. Dive in. Now is the time. You better plunge into that cosmic ocean, because now is the time. Selkie the sea lion. Come out of hiding. Now is the time. Embrace who you really are. It's time to show up and show out. Like, I'm hearing shake it fast, but watch yourself. Shake it fast. Show me what you're working with. Shake it fast, but watch yourself. Shake it fast. Show me what you're working with. Right now is a place to be. So right now is the place to be. And the Holy Spirit said they shake it fast, bitch. They shake it fast. Show them what you're working with. Okay? Straight up. The Holy Spirit said it's time for you to show up and show out. You've already been showing up, but now it's time for you to show out. Okay? A humble flex. Yeah. A humble flex. That's what it is, because you've been showing up. Now it's time for you to show out. A humble flex. It's time to show out. Okay? You've been humble. And we're all called to be humble and walk in humility. But it's time for you to put that thing, okay, drop down and get your ego on in the spirit. Okay, is what I'm saying. Drop down and get your ego on in the spirit. It's time to do a handstand, okay? Okay, shake it fast, show them what you working with. Yes, show out. Grand Evening King says, highly protected Denise. Hey Denise, welcome. Yeah, it's time for you to show out. Like, the Holy Spirit wants you to show these people what you working with. So shake it fast. Okay, shake that thing fast. Do that spiritual twerk. Okay? Because, you know, ain't nothing wrong with flexing every now and then, showing people what you are and exactly what it is that you're made of. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? Is what matters is the intention and why you're doing it, and it's all perfectly fine to celebrate yourself. Now, for my Starseeds, baby steps, action: follow your intuition before it makes sense. So don't wait for the intuitive promptings to make sense. Take action before it makes sense, and eventually it'll all make sense. I had to work up to that. Star Keeper, cosmic ancestor, see the light by staying grounded. Highly protected, Denise says, it's sure not. Okay. I have to work up to that because I would get intuitive promptings all the time and I'll be like, Holy Spirit, that don't make no sense to me. Why would you want me to do something like that? I need a little more something before I do it. Now I just do it. I don't always understand why. And I have questions I ask, like, you know, okay, I don't get it. You know, you sure you want me to do it? I'm going to do it anyway, but please, you know, although I know the divine will never hang me out to dry, but it's still like, okay, I'm not sure why you want me to do that, bestie, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I know better than not to be obedient. At the bottom of the deck, Earth, learn how to be human in the world, but not of it. Okay? Be in the world, but not of it. Don't have these worldly ways of sabotage and betrayal. I'm hearing heaving. I was saying hearing, but my mouth wanted to say heaving. So somebody's upchucking. Somebody's throwing the fuck up. Okay? It's an Emperor in the reverse in Aries, or Aries energy. Holy Spirit, we're in tarot now. Okay? Holy Spirit, what's going on here with this Aries energy? This Emperor in the reverse. Because I want to know what this Emperor in the reverse got going on. Earthspace says, wow. Okay, so this could be your father, a father figure, male or female. Okay, LGBTQ or not. Okay, or this could be your ex-spouse or ex-long-term lover. Holy Spirit, what's in this focus line? What do we need to be aware of right now? Okay. Ace of Swords in the reverse, lies and bullshit. Lies that cause a lot of chaos and brutality. 10 of Swords, okay. 5 of Swords in the reverse. So somebody is holding on to some lingering resentment, but they want to attach themselves to you. They want to tether themselves to you because you defeated them. 10 of Swords in the upright. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, all this heavy air sign energy. This got to have something to do with a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. And I'm getting North Node. Somebody's North Node is an air sign. Okay. Yeah, they only want to reconcile with you because you defeated them. And they want to ride the coattail of your success. And this is all out in the open. You know this. This is just confirmation. You know this is why they're trying to attach themselves or reattach themselves to you. Yeah, this is somebody that you already walked away from. Broken heart. Yeah, they see you in this cornucopia. They know that you're protected. They see you as this magician. And they ain't got shit. Okay? Yeah, contract. They want, yeah. They're trying to reinstitute a connection with you. And you know it. What else, Holy Spirit? What's out in this focus line? What's seen? Oh, Page of Cups in the upright, blessings. Yeah. You defeated them. You got blessings coming in, which is why they want to reconcile. The Page of Cups is coming out under the Five of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, this is all lies and bullshit. Somebody's trying to replay you again. 1, 2, 3, 44 on the clock timer. So yeah, you were moving forward rapidly. Okay, 6 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, they don't want to be publicly embarrassed, but it's about to happen anyway. Talk about a walk of shame, baby. A public walk of shame. Okay, y'all ever had a one night stand and it was some freak nasty shit, and then the next day you had to go home? Okay, you had to call an Uber or something or take the bus home, but when you left it was early that morning, like you didn't even shower, you didn't even brush your teeth, so you got coochie breath or dick breath or booty breath or all of the above, depending on what you get into, and that ain't my business. And no judgments here. Do what you do. Okay, so it's that type of energy. Like you got nut stains all on your clothes and everything. Body secretions all over the place. You look a ragged mess. You look like you done been fucked for the gods all night. You look like that, and you smell like last night's sex, and you up in a Uber, and they got the windows up and everything, and it's hot, and they don't want to have the air conditioner on, and you just smell like rotten booty. Okay, it's that type of public embarrassment, but times 20. Okay, it's that type of shit. Okay, yeah, Page of Wands, excitement, new adventure, action and adventure. Okay, so yeah, this is like polarity here. You're excited, you're going on new adventures, exploring this newfound territory of freedom. You could be in a new area, don't have to be. And they're being publicly embarrassed, okay? Everything that they wanted to humiliate you with, they're getting that times 20. Giovanna, hey Giovanna, Cavalier, Aro, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, these bitches done missed the opportunity with you. Okay, because they wanted to be karmic, they wanted to teach you a lesson, but they don't want us being taught a lesson. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, transformation. Yeah, they're trying to transform this. Okay, Scorpio energy, Scorpio vibes, death in the upright. Okay, this caterpillar now they want to fly with you. Okay, they was crawling on the walls and shit, being a little creepy little critter, but now they want to fly with you. And as I say that, I'm seeing a monarch butterfly outside my window. So what's the issue here, Holy Spirit? What's causing a problem? I mean, we know what's causing a problem because we see that you done defeated their ass and that they missing the opportunity. But what else is going on? What else don't we see? Thank you all for the hearts too. What else don't we see, Holy Spirit, that's going on? What's vexing these rabbit holes? Page of Cups, confirmation in the reverse. They disappointed. Broken heart, they disappointed because they couldn't get what they set out to get. Okay, yeah. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. So yeah, definitely they were collaborating with people to come towards you. Like this some twisted shit. Okay, I'm getting like the vibes that this person sent somebody towards you to like record you or something, get you on film. Yeah, 4 of Cups in the upright, disconnectedness. This is someone that you are no longer attached to. You sever ties and cut cords with this person. They could be a practitioner, high priestess in the reverse, or they're working with a practitioner. Yeah, they're collaborating with a practitioner. With this 3 of Pentacles in the reverse, everybody that they collaborated with against you, they're all into it with each other. They don't like each other. They don't trust each other. They all pointing the finger at each other because they were not able to succeed in whatever this bullshit was that they were trying to succeed in. I mean, they done went all out. They done got contractors, practitioners, dirty law enforcers, all of this shit. Page of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, this a wannabe Don Juan. Somebody even paid somebody to sleep with you, to get it on camera, and like, I don't know, somebody was doing some funny shit with illegal recording, illegal wiretapping, and illegal It's like revenge sex or something like that. Revenge porn. Okay. Don Juan energy with this Page of Swords in the reverse. Manipulation, deceit, all talk. So somebody promised you the world, but it was all bullshit. They just wanted to seduce you and lure you into a trap. Yeah. They want the rewards, but they don't want to work for it. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Emperor in the reverse. So this is the second Emperor in the reverse. I saw it before. Okay. When I was shuffling, I saw it, but it's now officially out. So Emperor in the reverse. So if this is not your ex-spouse or ex-long-term lover, then this is your father or father figure. Highly protected Denise is a side-eyeing. What's up, highly protected? Why you side-eyeing, girl? Why you side-eyeing? Oop, what's this? Page of Pentacles. A seed has been planted. I'm hearing procreation. Yeah, roses are significant here. This is a very special seed here. It's like being blessed by the Ascended Masters. Roses are very significant. Okay, so somebody's house, don't you know how the weeds and the branches grow on like the sides of the house? The vines and shit like that? Somebody's property is like that. It's covered with vines and branches growing upward on the sides of the house, but they're also filled with roses. So that's very significant. Page of Wands in the reverse. So a procrastinator trying to create conflict. This is this Don Juan energy. So this person, this ex-lover of yours, they could be younger than you or very infantile in their energy. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil in the reverse. So you're restoring control and maintaining freedom. Okay, you're not falling for the fuck shit. Because somebody's trying to fuck shit. Okay, and you're not having it. Okay, raggedy ass fuck shit. Manifested outcomes, Holy Spirit. What's going on here? Please and thank you. Highly protected Denise says, my cards gave me the same message. I just told my ex, be careful. It was a message for him. I know that's right, highly protected Denise. Page of Wands, the second Page of Wands in the upright. So two of you are going on, and it's coming right out next to the Page of Wands in the upright. So Page of Wands, and these are two different decks. I use different decks for my focus, for the issue line, and for the manifested outcomes. Okay? We got two Page of Wands in the upright next to each other. So it's like you and your boo thing, your divine counterpart, you're going on this adventure together. Okay? And with this both being Wands, fire sign energy, welcome, free spirit, tourist. This could be twin ray energy. Because remember at the top of the video, for those of you who weren't here, I was talking about the mechanisms of a twin flame relationship or twin flame connection versus that of a twin ray. So I feel like this is a twin ray connection here. Knight of Swords in the upright. So somebody's coming, like this Page of Wands. Okay, so one Page of Wands in the upright is a feminine energy, regardless of gender. The second one is a masculine. So this masculine is taking some sort of forward motion, or they're sending somebody to protect. Yeah, because this Knight of Swords, they're on the horse and their sword is drawn. So this could be this Page of Wands coming to protect you, or sending someone in coming to protect and or defend you. 11 teams, groups, and colleagues. So yeah, this is a colleague of theirs. 12th house, the unknown, about spirituality and karma. Yeah, so somebody, yeah, 4 of Wands, soul tribe. Y'all gonna get married. Okay, y'all building a soul tribe together, or uniting two different soul tribes to make a collective. It's something like that. So this Page of Wands, this masculine that's in the Page of Wands, they could have sent out a scout to come scope you out to make sure, although that I feel like that they've been watching you as well, but not in a creepy way. They just been watching and observing you, especially if you have a platform. And they sent someone to come in closer to see if you truly are who you say you are. So it could be considered a little sneaky, but for the right reasons. Okay, their intentions were good. Okay, this is somebody, okay, that's, you know, they see you, they want you, but they're doing their due diligence, in other words. Yeah. Damn. This is the third time that I've seen the Emperor in the reverse, the second time that he's showing up in this spread. So, okay, so yeah, this is like a twin flame that's in separation. So one is your twin flame, a masculine, an Aries, male or female, or they're in the energy of a karmic Aries. And then this other Emperor is like your father figure, something like that. Okay. Somebody was coming to play in your face. I saw the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, somebody, one of the two emperors or both of them in the reverse, and this practitioner, this group of individuals that's disappointed, they were trying to dominate you. They were trying to bully you. BDSM type shit. They were trying to dominate you and your resources, though. They wanted you to have to ask them for permission to spend your own money. Or something like that. Four of Swords in the reverse. Now they can't sleep. They having nightmares all over the place, waking up in cold sweats. Talking about, I can't breathe. Page of Swords in the upright. So curiosity informed the cat. So the curious cat, curious George. Somebody was curious about you and they sent out a scout to find out about you. I'm not making this shit up. This is what it is. This is what it's giving. Okay? Five of Swords, willing to win at all costs. Okay, Page of Pentacles, planting the seed in the upright. Okay, so this Five of Swords here, willing to win at all costs, risking it all. This is like this masculine that's in the Page of Wands. They're willing to risk it all to be with you, but in a high vibrational sense. But they want to make sure that you're worth the risk before risking it all. So I'm getting like the vibes that somebody that once they have confirmed and verified that you are truly transparently authentic and that you are not no catfish, mind, body, and soul, they'll lay it all out on the table for you. But this is someone, male or female, that's doing their due diligence first, okay? Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I can't make it up. In the upright, Ten of Cups in the upright, okay? So let's get... some final messages from the Mystic Oracle at the bottom of the deck. This is a sacred. Sacred is the word. This is a sacred union here. A sacred bond, a sacred connection. Which I see while they're going through, yeah, and powerful. This is a power couple. Power. It is coming out on top of this Page of Wands in the upright, the masculine one. So this masculine has a lot of power. Provide in the reverse. This Three of Pentacles in the reverse. This group of motherfuckers that's against you, collaborating against you, they can't provide shit for you. They can't provide shit for you. That's why they attacking you. They can't provide shit for you or for no one else. And they see you as balance. Okay, Libra energy here. Adaptation. They can't adapt to their new socio-economical status. They can't adapt here. Okay. But they're gonna have to, is what I'm saying. What else, Holy Spirit? Final messages here. Woo! Intention in the reverse, yeah. They had ill intention to consume. Vultures. They're scavengers. They watch somebody do the hard work in hunting the prey, killing the prey, and then once someone has done the hard work, they want to swoop in and eat the meal. This is a scavenger. Yeah, stillness. Yeah, they can't keep still. It's in the reverse. This is somebody that's fidgeting all over the place. Restless leg syndrome is what I'm hearing. Collaborate in the reverse. Yeah, don't collaborate with these bitches. You didn't, and that's why they in the energy that they in now. Okay, miserable. Patience. This is the second time patience to come out. Have patience. Be patient. Patience is a virtue. PP, patience price. Okay, so what's her name? Halle Berry's version of Catwoman. Rebirth in the reverse. Yeah, somebody did not go through a rebirth. Somebody did not go through a rebirth. Play. It's time for you to have fun and play. Or this person that didn't go through a rebirth was trying to play you. Either or. Okay. Disguise, yeah. They were wearing a mask. They was trying to disguise their true intentions. Okay. Disguise who they are by covering up who they're not. Care in the reverse, yeah. There's somebody that can't provide, they can't care for you, they can't take care of you. Family. Okay, you're actualizing a divine family and soul tribe, okay? Blood or not, healed. Yeah, this is being healed. Heal. Something about Lemurian energy, frogs, toads, seahorses, and crabs. Don't be that crab in a barrel. Don't be that crab in a barrel. Don't be that crab in a barrel. Bobbing for apples. Bobblehead. Bobbing for apples. Bobblehead. Inspire. You're inspiring these bobbleheads that's steadily bobbing for apples. Okay, that's what we gonna call it. But they down here like this. But it ain't no apples that they bobbing on, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, somebody gives some mean head in the car. Okay? And listen here, a word of advice. I don't know who this is for, but I'm seeing this in my spiritual good cat eye. Somebody likes sucking dick in a car parked in front of a park. Bitch, don't do that. Because if you get caught by the cops, that's like, you'll get a charge on your ass for public indecency, and you'll probably go on that list of sexual offenders, because there's sexual acts, sexual indecency at a park with kids. If you know where I'm going, that's kind of pedophilia. That might not be your intention, and you may not be a pedophile or see kids that way. But don't be sucking dick in your car in a park, in front of a park, okay? Because that's how it's going to be construed, okay? You don't want to be tagged with that sexual offender, be put on the sexual offenders list, and you're not actually a sexual offender, you're not a sexual predator. So, you know, if you come across this video and this is you that be sucking dick in the car in front of the parks, no judgment here, but just don't do it park in front of it. Go to the parking lot of a convenience store, okay? I'd rather you get caught in the parking lot at a Walgreens than in a parked in a car sucking dick in front of a park where there are kids, okay? I'm just saying. Okay, I've been known to bob and weave a few, you know what I'm saying, in a car. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, not sorry. I'm transparent about who I am, and you know, I don't give a fuck about what anybody else think, because they ain't paying my views. Okay? They ain't purpose me in my design, so they ain't got no reason to lie. You ain't got to lie, Craig. Something about Friday 1, 2, and 3, and soon to be 4. If you didn't know, they are doing a final Friday 4, okay? It is going to include all of the cast members plus some new cast members from the previous videos. I'm excited about that because, you know, I'm a weed head. I love me a good Blanquita, and I'm going to be lit watching that movie, okay? So anyway, that's my time, y'all. I've been on here for almost 2 hours, okay? About $1.43, okay? Click like, share, subscribe, donate to the channel. My cash apps and all of that shit is pinned in the comment section if you want to send a little something. If you don't, that's fine. And I do have open slots available for personal intuitive readings. I'll do 3 card pulls, but I do have a special promo rate on my website, souldrivensoulinintended.com. I'm not going to tell you where it is, but you're going to have to find it and reference that, where you found it, if you want to get that price. In other words, it's the full price. My prices are worth it. Okay, I'm not cheap. I'm not overly expensive either, but I'm not cheap because my gift is accurate, it's intact, and that's what it is. And you'll get all this and then a little bit more during your personal intuitive readings, but I dig just as deep as I do for these general soul tribe reading, collective readings, okay? So with that said and done, again, my website is Soul Driven Soul Intended, SOULDRIVENSOULINTENDED.com, okay? So until next time, I'll see you all later. 1:44:22. So chosen one energy. I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'm gonna eat. I love y'all. Until next time. Bye. Love you too, Heart Space.